Hello everyone, this is Chillum, and this is the final stretch of the fortress, as the map seems to indicate. And here we are in a very somehow energetic looking stage. For some reason the bright colors here really seem to exude just that. And here we have a rip from Virus Man stage. Yes, it's interesting, this game actually takes some portions of this earlier stages and instead of just having the repeat of the Robot Masters. I honestly think that's a creative, interesting idea. However, they do actually have pretty much exactly the same. Yeah, that one does require a bit of speed and a bit of photonage. Yeah, it is possible to make that jump without getting hit, however it is really tricky with my controls to actually make a jump that low. Here we are, the replayed version of Fuse Man stage. Also, this music's really, there's something about this music that somehow seems surprisingly fitting and yet something that's a bit different. Also, it's interesting how that dynamite stick just explodes from the ceiling. You just wanna slide, jump here. Yeah, this part of the stage can be pretty easy. And it's the fall time into. Yes, I was being fair there. This thing is pretty easy not to get hit by. And easily one of the shortest and easiest stage gimmicks. Though these pulse stoppers are also no real problem once you get used to them. Somehow it seems illusionary that you'll hit the spikes, but if you time it just right, you can avoid that too. Let me check. And from what I'm seeing, Eddie, you can be helpful here. Yeah, I definitely want to play it safe. And I'm at a full 9 lives. Hopefully I'll be able to farm for tanks next. And here we have the copied version of Superman stage. Except this time around you can't just, there's no crypt cloaking. Apparently that thing is just a bit out of reach for the Mega Buster, and I don't want to have to resort to any Robot Master weapons, considering I want to conserve those to see if I can complete the rematch bosses no damage. Considering I will hopefully be able to demonstrate beat that way. Now here, I just want to, you can perhaps gently time it such that you jump, hit a light bulb with your buster, and then land on the platform, or you can take the safe route and rush for it. This one is not really too much of a problem. Ow. You're just annoying. Now here you want to be very careful releasing a charge shot. Perfecto. Okay, I seem to be in a bit of a predicament. I want to use Rush Coil, however actually can't summon Rush Coil safely, considering I won't accidentally turn a light bulb off that way. And yes, that jump is so precarious along with the other one I Rush Coiled. It's been causing me so much problems due to the delicate timing of things that I decided just to play it safe, just so you don't have to go through so many fails. And here we're copying the Photon Man traps. And you could honestly farm here for power-ups, though to be honest, I don't really think it's worth it, considering how easy it is to just get hit by these if you're not careful enough. However, if you know how to handle things properly, and jump at the right time, then this shouldn't really be much of a problem. And it's already over. And here we have the Shockman's water trap. Yeah, that one can be a tiny bit tricky. But thank you for the extra life. Or extra energy, considering I'm all 9 lives. And here we have... Apparently I did not know you can shoot these things from behind. That's an interesting way of taking things. Yeah, anyhow, these jellyfish things are pretty much mainly annoying because of this and their other appearance in Fishman stage. And I'm probably gonna get zapped due to bad timing. Yeah, I called it. And we have an interesting ladder, not really too difficult. And Charade Man's invisible blocks. Yeah, I pretty much memorized the pattern here. Though apparently, for whatever reason, they got rid of the top mets, and I'm probably gonna have to use up an extra life considering I'm all out of E-tanks. I'll have to farm for one off camera at the section. I'll simply pause the recording stream. However, I still want to try to get past this one without too much troubles, considering this isn't really a difficult part of the stage at all. But alas, these things do respawn, and that annoys me. Thank God there was a checkpoint right before this particular section. Yeah, for some reason this game seems to be very generous about giving you checkpoints. And I honestly like that. Certainly makes it a... I know... I'm pretty sure everyone here agrees checkpoint... Anyhow... Slide under here. There. Though I wonder why they took away the top mat. Now be careful here, considering that this water from Shockman stage still does shock you. Yeah, that actually has shocked several people, no pun intended. And we're ready at the boss rematch room. First up, Photon Man. Alas, this was not the one that I wish I perfect run. But alas. Next up, Circuit Man. Since he was originally the one that I got the perfect B parts from, I wonder if it's possible to get another part from him from the rematch room. Considering he's one of the easier ones to avoid damage from. I can't see from here. Looks like there's another way to find out. Takes a raid. Wait. Is that a kiss? That was strange. But in any case. Hopefully this fight should go a lot smoother, but alas, I keep taking damage because I'm not exactly the most skilled gamer around here. However, Charade Man is still really fun to fight with the Crit Cloak, considering it's not too easy, but at the same time it's not hard either. Now for this one, it's pretty easy. Just avoid the attacks. Time to see some real photonage. By avoid the attacks, that's not what I meant, and neither was that. Alas. Shockman again, and you still have the electric floor. He's weak to Circuit Breaker, since apparently that was... I still got hit by that. I honestly cannot believe that. Yeah. Let's try Fuse Man next. This one's he's pretty easy. And alas, I still got hit because I'm too slow. And I slid right into him. Fail. And Postman. I'll get hit here. I'm seriously hoping I can... Yes, apparently the pulses can dissipate after time. And let's see. Yes! Apparently, if you perfect run any 4 bosses, including having the same Robot Master twice in the rematch, you get beat. I'll probably be showing beat off at the final boss, but for now, process of elimination tells me you're up next. Hopefully this fight should go a bit smoother than the last one. Perfecto. Oh well, I'm literally in Virus Man there. And that too was pretty... And yes, I'm ready for the final challenge. You know, I'm probably not going to need an E-Tank for the final fight, considering the final fight is relatively easy. I mean, be careful though, considering, I mean, if you want to, you can farm for power-ups still using these fighters, assuming you know how not to get hit by them. This is much easier though. Considering they only take 2 shots to take out. Still want to see if I can... Still want to see if Beat can help me out now. Beat. I meant Eddie. That was a serious fail. And just as asking for an E-Tank, give me an E-Tank. Yes, I like to be prepared, even though this is a relatively easy fight, considering it's the final fight of the... or at least it's the end of the last stretch. An awesome hawk in the background. So you've destroyed my brothers in arms. Now only I remain with the spark of freedom. I will preserve it at all costs, Mega Man. You know this. No, come home, Justice Man. Dr. Light can fix you. Fix me? I fight for free will and justice, Mega Man. What do you fight for? Somehow this... Now this is a multi-phase battle. The first phase is pretty easy, considering if you know how to predict the shots. I mean, though this boss is overall pretty... Okay, not sure that's supposed to happen, or that's just showing Justice Man being... Yeah, that's just me being really clumsy, considering this part is not supposed to be difficult. Oh well, I have E-Tanks for a reason. And if I run out, I can simply farm for more with my next life. And here we have phase 2. I'll probably show off Beat here just so you can... Yes, this fight is pretty broken with Beat. And here we're showing one of Justice Man's first attacks, which simply raises pillars, and another one where he's summoning energy balls. Yeah, for some reason it's pretty fun just to watch Beat pulverize an enemy. Clearly, there is no justice in this world. Sorry, but we gotta do what we gotta do. And then deeply regret it later on. I see it's an interesting throwback to the Mega Man 2 and the game with Mega Man walking around and showing special scenes from all the Robot Master as we fought. Somber memories, considering we had to destroy each and every one of them. And yes, somehow it's hard to believe, but we've already reached the end of Mega Man Rock Force. Apparently I was somewhat shocked when I first got here, considering Justice Man, who has a friendly memory in our own memory, is the real antagonist, and Wily didn't really make an appearance here. Now Mega Man watches the city. Roll has taken the news rather harshly, though I finally was able to calm her down. How are you holding up? Why did I have to destroy them, Dr. Light? Justice Man and his team wouldn't have hurt anyone. They merely desired a voice, and I silenced it. Forever. It was inevitable. The world is not yet ready to grant free will to robots. The government would have demanded you destroy them. Unfortunately, it would regard them only as defective. How can this be the fight for everlasting peace? I feel like I will never be at peace again. Yeah, that's pretty much the ending of it. And I'm honestly surprised to... And after this ending really took me by emotion and surprise. I'll probably talk over the credits here, but I was honestly fully expecting Dr. Wily to be involved in here, and for all the robots to just simply be brainwashed or manipulated as they were in the canon games. However, this one was an interesting choice in that Justice Man himself found a point where was actually conflicted genuinely against Mega Man. I was honestly somewhat surprised to see that Justice Man and his team also were genuinely of their own free will, and Mega Man had to destroy them. Though the ending does somewhat leave me shaking in the fact that it somehow, the guilt that's put on Mega Man is a bit intense, and as Mega Man asked, if we're forced to simply destroy robots for simply desiring a free will voice, which I have mixed opinions on, how are we supposed to fight for freedom that way? And my honest opinions for this one are, I honestly think that giving robots emotion and free will is honestly not is honestly a bad idea, mainly because of the fact that if they're hurt at all, or if they have to conflict like this, it causes much more problems than are really needed, and problems that could easily be avoided. I don't know, this just... I'm honestly very surprised to find that this was the end of the game. It was it wasn't too short considering the amount of stages before the fortress. And I'll probably be creating another video to get more in depth in my overall thoughts of the game. Though for now, this is Al Nefistulum signing out. Arrivederci.